meat of the Party Animals lineup, trying to make something happen. Tanner Thomas has tied this game! And we're going to tiebreaker showdown.
And let's win it now!
Here comes the showdown chase. Hampton's going to score easily. The Party Animals back out in front. Dan takes it. Here comes another chase. And we're going to round two. So this one is going to go all the way. And the Party Animals back out in front. DR takes off, and we've got a 6-6 game. Hot shot by Fisher. This is going to clear the bases. Oh, what a job, Noah Fisher. 4 spot in round 3. Blasted out to right center field. Eric Jones Jr. And it is 10-10. We're going to round 4. Just a few feet away from winning this game outright. A 4-run showdown chase. What a legendary win for the Party Animals. They take it 14-11 after 4 rounds of showdowns. It was an epic come-from-behind win for the Party Animals a night ago, with Tanner Thomas coming through in the clutch in the 9th, and then again in showdowns. Now Tanner and the Animals go for the series win tonight here in Glendale, while the Bananas look to even up this series and the tour as a whole. I'd expect more mayhem on the horizon this evening as we bring you Game 4 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour. We've got another full-capacity crowd on hand here in Camelback Ranch, spring training home of the Dodgers and White Sox. Over 13,000 fans have joined us once again. It is a rowdy crowd as the cast and crew parades through the grandstands. Dakota Stilts, Albritton, and company parading on through, and we welcome you inside with Josh Talevsky. I'm Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this thirsty, check that, it is Big Tiger Friday. Biko's living in the past. What a wild one last night. Truly one of the greatest Banana Ball games that we've ever had.
It was a ridiculous finish. I mean, riveting till the very end. You had the Party Animals surviving after 4 rounds of showdowns, a 2-hour and 21-minute game. But in the end, it was the Party Animals off the backs of Tanner Thomas and Jake Skull coming away victorious. It was a win that the Party Animals and their head coach Mike Vivacis had to be so pleased about.
Well, speaking with Vava, definitely a stressful night with a big happy ending. Let's hear more from Vivacis with Drake Toll down on the field.
Biko, Josh, a 3-1 game in the 9th inning last night. Tanner Thomas works a long at-bat, hits a home run to tie it, and then from there, absolute chaos. Coach, from your point of view, walk me through what exactly occurred in opening night of Glendale.
Oh man, it was definitely a good show for the crowd, that's for sure. I definitely needed some blood pressure medication after that one, but man, we battled back and we went in the 4th showdown, and we just were able to pull it out, man. I was really proud of the boys for pulling it together.
Skip, after a huge win tonight, a couple of guys gassed. Sal Jacobo getting his debut in Banana Ball. What can we expect from a guy who was doing homework this morning when he found out he was in the starting 10?
I mean, Sal's a great kid. He's been working his butt off all spring training at prime season. And, I mean, what he can do in the infield, I'm excited to see what he's going to do out there in his first start.
Well, we know there are so many impressive players on the Party Animal side. There are like maybe 1.5 bananas. One of those might be Robert Anthony Cruz. For more on the sophomore phenom, let's toss it to Sam Bauman.
Why, thank you, Greg Toll. Yes, I'm here with Robert Anthony Cruz, who has given us nonstop action in our Wild West start to the tour. RAC, what is it about being out west that's just brought you to life here?
I think it's the dry air. My skin is feeling it. I've applied a lot of lotion. It hasn't helped much. I think this West Coast air, though, is meant for me.
Now, we talk about the big moments. Obviously, we saw the blast of a home run with Kurt Busch on base. We saw last night a big double towards the end of the game to tie things up. And, of course, the Benson Boone walk-up. What's it feel? What's it mean to have those things under your belt just 2 weekends into the tour?
Yeah, you never know how you're going to start the year. I think last year I got off to a little bit of a slow start. I've just been trying to be good about my process, and it's been really fun having my family out here to be able to see some of these games. So I've just been fortunate enough to get a couple good pitches to hit and a couple good balls for trick plays out there. So it's been fun.
Now, RAC, we've seen just about everything from you. Anything else we can expect going forward?
You know, I've always had on my bucket list to pitch. I don't know if that's in the cards, but at some point this year, I would have loved to get on the mound.
All right, something we have still yet to see from RAC, and maybe we will. RAC, thanks for your time. Now let's get to those rules that make Banana Ball the greatest game on the planet Earth.
The name of the game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points win the game. But in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, if you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed. It becomes a ball for sprint until every position player touches the ball. Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings, or when time expires, it is pitcher versus hitter with one fielder, and the hitter has to score. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. You, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. A team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteeing the best possible matchup at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Let's get a reminder of the two party animals on the verge of history. We talked about Acuff and Hampton yesterday. Acuff one trick play away from 200. Hampton one hit away from 200. Neither occurred, so they still could achieve that here in night 2 in Glendale.
Well, we saw both individuals put just a little too much pressure on themselves last night. Acuff with 2 errors, a trick play miss, and Fareese Hampton still trying to make that impressive piece of history and get that 200th knock in his career.
Can't wait to see if it happens. Let's get it down to the young professor.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more watching at home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for every single fan here tonight in Glendale, Arizona, to get up on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in the sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off, the center fielder, number 5, DR the Doc Meadows. Batting second, the DH, number 19, Dan Ober. Batting third, at first base, number 3, Eric Jones. The cleanup hitter in left field, number 15, we call him RAC, Robert Anthony Cruz. Batting fifth behind the plate, number 1, Bill Leroy. At second base, number 8, he's our greatest showman, baby, Jackson Olsen. The extra hitter, wearing number 11, Corral Prime. The third baseman, wearing number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. In right field, number 18, he does it all, Danny Hosley. And at shortstop, he is our glove magician, number 6, Ryan Cox. On the mound for your Bananas tonight, number 21, it's Donnie Day, Jared Donaldson. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Virant, Eric Fox, and Reggie Horton. Fans, please remain standing and remove your hats. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Lauren Olivia.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Olivia.
You are watching Game 4 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour. And boy, we are coming off of the heels of one of the greatest games in our young sports history. An offensive dynamo. The most points ever scored in a game. The Party Animals emerging victorious 14-11 after 4 rounds of showdowns. We'll see if the bats will be back in force or if the pitchers can shine tonight. Speaking of them, here's our matchup. Sean Fluke gets the ball for the Party Animals, opposed by Jared Donaldson for the Nanners.
Well, the two men on the mound are hoping it's a lower scoring affair tonight, and Sean Fluke is making his first start of 2025, had 18 a season ago, the third most on the Party Animals. Now, one of his goals this season is actually to dance as much as humanly possible in between pitches this season. And what he is hoping to do is dominate out on the mound with his signature 12-6 curveball and all of the other off-speed offerings in his arsenal. Now, meanwhile, Jared Donaldson gets the ball for the Savannah Bananas, drew the start last Sunday for this team, and all in all, did a pretty good job. Allowed 2 unearned runs that scored due to errors and trick plays missed, but he allowed a .282 opponent's batting average to the Party Animals a year ago. And last weekend, the boys in black and pink batted just .231 against Jared Donaldson. So he's just hoping that he can get an uptick in his strikeouts and keep his sprint rate down. That has always seemed to be the one thing he's struggled with early on in World Tours.
Quick look at his 2024 numbers right there. This is his third Banana Ball World Tour. He's trying to secure a spot in this Banana starting rotation. Let's take a look at the Party Animals starting lineup that opposes him. Familiar faces at the top. Reese Hampton leading off once again, followed by Noah Fisher, Jake Skoll, and then Tanner Thomas in the cleanup spot. In the middle, Chase Acuff, Bryson Bloomer, and Andy Cosgrove. In the bottom three, Jason Swan, Dustin Weber, and Sal Jacobo.
And you've got the Party Animals switch hitter at the top of this order, seeking to make history, get that 200th career hit, become the first man in Banana Ball to that plateau. Meanwhile, the man behind him, Noah Fisher, is still hitless this season, but batted .538 against Jared Donaldson a year ago.
And of course, at the bottom of the order, Sal Jacobo getting his first career Banana Ball start. It'll be really fun to see what he can do at the hot corner and in that second leadoff spot. Get a quick look at the Bananas' defensive alignment here. It is a new look defense for Gillum, Byron, Fox, and company. In the outfield, left to right, Rack, Meadows, and Hosley, and we'll send it down to Jesse.
Time on three. I need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Leading off.
Bananas infield, third to first. Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Eric Jones Jr. Bill Leroy behind the dish. And of course, Donnie at the center of the diamond. Hampton swings it from the left side. And ahead 1-0. Has to look out for a low 90s fastball. The splitter is Donaldson's big out pitch. He'll pick up a lot of Ks with it as well. That was a 4-seam fastball you saw just there. A lot of 2-seam movement. This one high to left. Robert Anthony Cruz can wait a long time before he grabs it. Looks like he was thinking about a backflip. He's going to be content with the traditional out number one of this ballgame.
Laughing that catch off with his teammates who were expecting something tricky from their left fielder as well. Probably just a little difficult for RAC dealing with the lights early in this ballgame tonight, but I think once he gets a second opportunity, you're going to see something special.
We'll have to wait for that potential 200th hit from Reese Hampton. No official looking for his first hit of the tour. 0 for 11 thus far, but a lot of productive at-bats. Hazard a pair of ball four sprints. We've talked about it ad nauseum. He's a guy who can get as hot as anybody. 2023 Horizon League Player of the Year. He was hot the entire spring. Led the league in slugging percentage, OBP, OPS, runs scored, RBIs, home runs, hit by pitches, walks. It'd really be quicker just to tell you the offensive statistics he didn't lead in. Payoff pitch. He earns his third sprint of the tour. He's going to slam the brakes. All 7 Bananas behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it is live on a sprint. They do so very effectively. Fisher not going to risk trying to grab an extra 90 feet.
He may still be hitless early in 2025, but Noah Fisher has had a very disciplined approach at the plate. And the Party Animals are not moving him out of this spot because he is still consistently getting on base for this squad and trying to set the table for Jake Skoll now in the box.
You certainly want guys aboard for Skoll. Been in the 3-hole all 4 games here in 2025, his 5th World Tour. 2-1 count on him, 5 for 15 this year, a home run and a double. Was 3 for 5 last night. A pair of trick plays. Certainly made a good case for showman of the night. His teammate Tanner Thomas ended up stealing it from him with the 2-run homer, drove in Skoll in the 9th, and then the showdown chase that brought 4 home in the 4th round of showdowns. Ended up being the difference. Fisher, for his part on first, brought all 4 home in round 3 of showdowns. So does not have a hit in regulation, but that was a clutch swing from Fish. Bill Leroy, just enough room to make the snag and sends Skoll back to the dugout. Fisher tagging up. Heads up play as he advances into scoring position.
That was impressive awareness from Noah Fisher. Bill Leroy did not go for the trick play, afraid that ball was going to be too close to the net, so caught it the standard way, and then wanted to spend that moment with the fans feeling the round of applause. Fisher recognized that and immediately tagged. Very smart by the Party Animals extra hitter tonight.
Here is our aforementioned Game 3 showman of the night of this tour. He blasts one deep out to right center field. Lightning strikes twice. Tanner Thomas has done it again.
And the Party Animals crowd is feeling it as well. A massive round of applause for Tanner Thomas. And what shouldn't get overlooked from that blast was the mighty bat flip as Drake Toll has Tanner.
Tanner Thomas, what have you been eating for breakfast?
Drake, I love you so much. Protein, baby.
Where did this come from?
I don't know, but I love it.
I love it too. Party on.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you so much, Tanner. It was a 2-run homer that tied the game at 3 last night in the top of the 9th inning. He starts out his second game in Glendale with a no doubt monstrous 2-run shot. I mean, that was a majestic blast. Thomas seeing beach balls. This one all the way to the backstop. Chase Acuff thought about trying to steal first. He'll stay put and be ready for a payoff pitch from Donnie. Chase, for his part, 4 for 13 here on his 3rd World Tour. Rounder through the 6 hole. Guy puts a lot of bat on ball. Continues to swing a great stick.
A clean single for Chase Acuff. And now you get another look at the mighty blast from Tanner Thomas, admiring his shot. And there you see the bat flip with a lot of hang time as well as Bryson Bloomer swings at the first offering from Jared Donaldson, dunks it into center field. And the Party Animals now batting very well with 2 outs early on in this contest.
And Bloomer batting very well in 2025. He's now 7 for 12 on the tour. Facing all hitters in the hits department. Ball and a strike on Andy Cosgrove, the catcher. 2 runs already home. The dinger from Thomas. This one nearly takes out his head coach. Mike Vivacus had to skip rope. The 1-2 now. Connie trying to limit the damage. He really wants to make something happen on this pitch. This one lifted high and deep to left. RAC is turning, watching. One hop off the wall. Acuff scores easily. Bloomer on his heel. Andy Cosgrove, what a start to his Party Animals career. That is RBIs number 8 and 9 to lead the tour.
And already 3 doubles in his rookie campaign as well. And it is 4 straight hits from the Party Animals with 2 outs. Jared Donaldson, fortunately, has fallen behind a lot of counts to these batters, and that's what has seemed to pay off for the boys in black and pink as they shake it up with a little party rock anthem.
See, Mark Smith has taken over for Cosgrove at second, the Party Animals designated runner, who has spent the vast majority of his times on base taking over for the Party Animals backstop. He is loving Andy Cosgrove. Getting a lot of action thanks to him. Jason Swan trying to keep the party going. 4 runs in. The best hitters with runners in scoring position in Banana Ball history. And the fans are going to retire it. Swan disagrees. The people erupt, and Vincent Chapman called it an out. He is overruled by Nathan Neuer. First base umpire had a better view. So Swan another life and a 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses. Donaldson was headed to the dugout. So here comes another 2-2 with 2 down. And line to left. RAC can't get to it. Smith scores easily. Swan is going to take his spot at second. 5 straight hits with 2 outs for the Animals. 3 of them for extra bases. And now a 5 spot in the first.
It is a barrel party right now for the Party Animals. You saw Jason Swan a night ago with a big clutch single in the 9th inning to put the go-ahead point on the board for the Party Animals at the time. Once again, he delivers with runners in scoring position. Comes in this barrage of a first.
To the 9-hole we go. Dustin Baber, the second baseman ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Pops it up behind the plate, out of the stadium. The beauty of Banana Ball is every inning is worth a point. So although the Party Animals seem primed to claim this inning, as Dustin Baber is going to steal first base on the Bill Leroy pass ball. That's his first steal of first on the tour. You can only attempt to steal first on a wild pitch or pass ball. So just like that, the Animals have batted around, and here is the first career plate appearance as a Party Animal for Sal Jacobo.
Coming a lot sooner than he probably expected.
Right.
This is a fun test and takes a lot of pressure off of Jacobo at the same time, which has to feel pretty good.
Hot shot gobbled up by Kyle Jackson between the legs. He grabs the trick play and staunches the bleeding. The damage done. 5 runs for the Party Animals on 5 2-out hits. All set up by that 1-out sprint from Noah Fisher. And Sean Fluke, boy oh boy, he's got a lot of insurance to work with here. Trying to earn the Party Animals the first point here on night 2 in Glendale, Arizona.
Well, he's making his first start this season for the Party Animals. Pitched last Sunday in relief and unfortunately took the loss as he allowed the go-ahead walk-off to Bill Leroy. But with a 5-run cushion early on, that's got to be good momentum going for Sean Fluke. Now, the Bananas batted .332 against him a season ago. He has got to limit the hits in which he is allowing and use that 12-6 curveball effectively to induce soft contact against the boys in yellow tonight.
Fluke, another one of the many JUCO bandits in Banana Land, just like his third baseman Jacobo and second baseman Dustin Baber. A couple years at Pasco Hernando State. Now in his 4th Banana Ball World Tour with the Party Animals. Actually started his career in Banana Land in the 2021 Breakfast Bowl, Bananas versus Bacon. He was a Savannah Banana before he was ever a Party Animal. Tough to imagine at this point. Take a look at that Manners lineup. D.R. Meadows, Dan Oberst, Eric Jones Jr. still the top 3. Robert Anthony Cruz gets a second straight night in the cleanup spot. And it's Bill Leroy, Jackson Olsen, and Correll Prime as Kyle Jackson, Danny Hosley, and Ryan Cox rounded out.
Fortunately for the Bananas, the top 3 guys in this batting order tonight all batted .346 or better against Sean Fluke a season ago.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's got to feel good if you're trying to mount a big rally.
They've got a 5-run hole. They have rallied for more in past seasons. Saw a 6-run rally for the Nanners in Durham. This one hit well, but backpedaling. Reese Hampton behind the back, snag on the move. Reese Lightning, trick play number 4 on the tour.
Tiptoeing back in center field, it's Reese Hampton snapping that glove behind his back and coming away with the first trick play of the night for the Party Animals. I think you're going to see a lot of trick play attempts in this inning with the Party Animals having such an advantage in the runs department right now.
Yes, I'm sure Sean Fluke would prefer nobody is given a free 90 feet, but now's the time to rip him. Reese Hampton, you've got another chance. Looks like he wants to tap it. He will. Jake Skoll is going to tap it up, catch it with the bare hand. Double trick play between Reese and Scully.
That will do, and the Party Animals dynamic duo is happy about this one. You see Skull just with the juggle in and out of the glove.
It's fun.
Before that one winds up in the bare hand. Something new we just got from Jake Skull.
Eric Jones Jr. deep to left. Tanner Thomas enters the chat going behind the back. 4 trick plays for the Party Animals in a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. They lead 1-0.
And you saw one from each member of the outfield as well. 4 trick plays, 1 minute and 19 seconds for Sean Fluke.
Hashtag Banana Ball. Really impressive stuff. As we'll talk about showdowns, because we just went 4 rounds last night for only the second time in Banana Ball history. And it was a wild ride, which means we get 2 separate rounds, round 3 and 4 of bases loaded action. And take a look, because there have not been a lot of showdown chases in Banana Ball history. You need that exchange between the pitcher and catcher, just a few feet up that first baseline, and then the pitcher can't throw home until he touches third base. We had 4 of them last night. Josh, how many had we had in Banana Ball history going into the night?
We had only had 2 going into last night's rounds of showdowns. It was definitely a very interesting caveat that we saw. But as you can see in these showdown rules, traditionally just 1 pitcher with an infielder behind him against the batter in round 1. No fielder in round 2. And then what made everything interesting in rounds 3 and 4 last night, the batters got to hit with the bases loaded.
Let's see what Reese Hampton has here for a second plate appearance. Hampton saying be humble. He certainly is. Fooled on the splitter right there. Kendrick this weekend here in Glendale. We may have a little bit more tomorrow. Spoiler alert. This one bounced to EJ. Has trouble snagging it. Able to recover. Flip it under the leg. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 on his trick plays this year. He now ties Acuff and Cox for this young tour lead.
It's impressive considering in the second game of the season, it was Eric Jones Jr. who drew a start behind the plate for the Savannah Bananas. But you know, each and every night, if he's going to be at that first base position, you're getting at least 2 trick plays from that superstar.
Fisher takes a fastball for strike 1. He jump-started the 5-run rally in the first with a sprint. And he's got his first hit of the tour. Let's see if he goes for 2. RAC fires it in. And the relay not going to happen from Cox. Noah Fisher, welcome to the Hit Club. He's got himself a double to get going here in his second Banana Ball World Tour.
Well, Biko, you mentioned how streaky Noah Fisher can be. We saw him last season with an 814 OPS across the months of August and September. So you can definitely see him getting hot. The Party Animals are staying hot here in the second inning. Jake Skoll with the knock into right center field, scoring Noah Fisher. Party Animals on the board yet again.
It's got to be so scary for Donaldson and the Bananas. Is 5 Party Animals got a hit in the first. Fisher and Skoll were not part of the fun. Although Fisher, for his part, as I mentioned, earned the sprint. He was very productive. But now 7 of the 10 Party Animals starters offensively have hits. And Tanner Thomas, a 2-run blast his first time, picks up a single here. Skoll's going to go first to third. Nice play by Cox to snag that errant throw in from Hosley. 3 straight knocks. And runners on the corners now with 1 down and 1 run in.
Yeah, just a brutal start right now for Jared Donaldson. Just appears to be overthrowing on the pitcher's mound, and you see him with a wild pitch behind Bill Leroy. Fortunately, no advance from Chase Acuff, but you saw Tanner Thomas move up to second base for the Animals.
Infield now in for the Bananas. Trust from Skoll for Acuff at the dish. That no reason to risk it there. It's a fortuitous bounce back to Leroy. Chase is great at getting the bat on ball. Still looking for our first foul out to a fan here in Glendale. Two count on the Animal shortstop. He singled in that 5-run first. Jammed here. Skoll is going to watch it fall into the... No! It doesn't get caught by Ryan Cox. Skoll hustling home. He'll score standing. We're going to have to get another look at that. Gut obviously says E6, but did Cox touch the ball is the question. Now the Party Animals boogie. Oh, abracadabra. And Lady Gaga offering. Gaga's back to being weird. And the world loves it. And the Party Animals were always weird. Match made in heaven. Josh, your official scoring decision on that pop from Acuff?
My immediate reaction is E6.
Will go down as in the books. 2 runs home for the Animals in the second. They lead this game by a point. There goes Tanner Thomas. Bloomer fouls it off. Chance for the fans. They can't snag it. Bloomer singled in the first. 2-1 against his 2022 Collegiate Bananas teammate. 3-1. The crowd wants donuts. Bloomer's the Dunkin' Donut batter of the game. If he strikes out, everybody here gets some free sweet treats. Looks like he thought he was getting a front door splitter. Fastball stayed high. Count now full.
Donnie cannot let lack of confidence affect him right now. Needs to attack Bryson Bloomer, and he does. Change up from Donnie Bloomer, not expecting it. And the fans here in Camelback Ranch are getting some free donuts courtesy of Dunkin'.
Ty Jackson, Ryan Kellogg and company firing some munchkins out to hold the folks over before they could get to Dunkin' to cash in on their free donuts. Now 2 on with 2 down for Andy Cosgrove, who blasted a 2-run double to the left field wall his first time. Tanner Thomas swipes third base. Boy, Tanner showing some more athleticism here in 2025. That's his second steal already of the tour.
They are just continuing to put the pressure on the Savannah Bananas. And Jared Donaldson, an emotional pitcher. I think you're seeing a lot of reactions out of him right now. Just needs to focus on regaining his composure. Even if the Bananas are not able to claim this second inning as well, they have to remember they're only down 2 points early.
Andy Cosgrove to the land of good and plenty. 3-run shot for Andy. It's back-to-back 5-run innings for the Animals.
And it comes courtesy of number 5's first career banana ball bomb. A former Twins minor leaguer and Australian Love Island star can swing the lumber.
A flight of passage for Cosgrove. The boys boogieing at home plate. The Party Animals have scored 10 runs. Andy's driven in 5 of them, and Drake Toll's got him.
Andy, your dad's in the right now. What is this moment to you?
My dad is really guys. He probably painted before that. I think now that ball is up 4:45 left.
.445 sounds like accurate distance traveled for that banana ball. Man, Andy can slug. He's now 6 for 13 in his young Party Animals career, with 3 doubles and a homer.
Mike Vivesa said before the season started that he expected Andy Cosgrove to be one of the bar raisers for the Party Animals this year with his entertainment and his play on the field. He has certainly done that through the first 4 games of the tour.
Jason Swan earns his tour-leading 6th ball 4 sprint. As we're still in the early stages of Game 4. Didn't have to work too hard for that one. Got it on 5 pitches. It has not been going to plan so far for Donaldson. Because of the E6, those last 3 runs are all unearned. Justin Bieber trying to leave the yard, too much launch angle, backpedaling Robert Anthony Cruz, backflipping, makes the catch, lands the flip, rack up to 6 trick plays on the year. He joins EJ, Cox, and Acuff atop that leaderboard as you get another gander.
It was a laborious inning for Jared Donaldson, but Robert Anthony Cruz backflip catch is going to be the bright spot for the Nanners. 2nd inning.
See how the Party Animals capitalized on another Bananas defensive miscue. Boy, he never touched the ball. That's going to go as a hit. That's overruled. It's kind of a mental error. Cox obviously will tell you he should have got the ball, but since he didn't touch it, it's one of those bizarre ones that goes as a hit, and it ends up giving the Party Animals another chance for some more offense, which means these 3 runs are earned. Really not fair. Baseball often is not. Andy Cosgrove, no doubt demolition. Out to left. He has been insane. Great time here to let you folks know we've got a really fun event on the horizon. It's the 2nd ever Banana Ball Youth Tournament. Super cool opportunity to get to learn and play banana ball with all your favorite players. It will have 4 age groups, so it's going to be 9U through 12U, and it's going to kick off with a full training day of banana ball with those players and coaches, followed by an opening ceremony, which I heard in Cleveland last night was legendary.
And I think it's going to get even wilder in Savannah this season, as we'll get 3 days of a round-robin tournament that will end with a championship game at historic Grayson Stadium.
I very much look forward to seeing how they turn Grayson Stadium into Little League dimensions. That's going to be fascinating. 9U through 12U. I'm guessing that they're going to go from the 90 feet to 60 feet base paths. Robert Anthony Cruz! If it's fair, it's gone! It's fair. Oh, man. RAC looking to join Tanner Thomas atop the home run leaderboard. Took Helton deep last Sunday in Mesa. Just a bit early here on Fluke. And scolds this one. Tough hop for Acuff. What a recovery. Wow, that would have gone as a hit in my book if Chase was not able to grab RAC. That was smoke. Took a terrible hop. But he bodied it up and was able to grab Cruz.
Well, with the Party Animals and Bananas not playing on turf, you are prone to occasionally seeing the ball skip in the infield dirt like we just saw. But what Acuff did so well is not rush himself too much to fire out that ball super, super quick. Still took just a little bit of time to muster up an accurate throw over to Jason Swan.
Here is Bill Leroy with Jackson Olsen on deck. The Bananas need 4 guys to get on before they can think about tying this inning. Speaking of turf, Mr. Talevsky, going back to that youth tournament, which the finale will be played on the brand new turf in Grayson. All the kids will also get to see a Bananas and Visitors game. That's going to happen in Grayson that week. So you get to watch some banana ball. You get to play a whole lot of banana ball. It's going to be a 4-pitch sprint here for Bill. He's got to slam the brakes, right? Yes, he does. No reason to take any risks here as the Party Animals execute the sprint defense to perfection. Get to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order as Flash is going to take over for Bill on first base. And his designated runner making his first appearance on the base paths tonight. And just to finish up on that youth tournament coming in July, it's important to note that spots are limited. Swanee's going to attack this between the legs, throws it into left field. Well, he wasn't even going to get Malachi if it was an accurate throw. He's trying for a trick play. His only play was at first, though.
It was a very interesting decision. I'm not sure if Jason Swan forgot that Flash the Kid came in to pinch run for Bill Leroy. Took a little bit of time before firing that missile that went wide of Chase Aka. A costly trick play missed for the Party Animals, but fortunately still with quite the advantage here in the bottom of the second.
They're giving the Bananas an opportunity here. That's a free out, something to put in the back of our minds as we've got a 1-1 count on Corel Prime. Doubled off Sean Fluke last weekend. Part of a 2-for-2 start to his tour. This thing a mile high out to left center field. Thomas tracks it down. It will go as a long sac fly. As Malachi scores easily.
Disheartening for Corel Prime and the Bananas. They've watched Camelback Ranch be incredibly kind to the Party Animals tonight. Feels like every ball that they're hitting is leaving the yard. And unfortunately, Prime finds that barrel, but can't get it over that left center field wall.
Now Kyle Jackson, ahead 1-0. As I was saying when Prime very rudely interrupted me with that nuke out to left center, the spots are limited for this banana ball tournament, so I would get involved sooner than later if you want to be a part of it. July 9th through 13th in Savannah. It's going to be a blast. I'm sure Josh and I might do a little goofing around at the camp.
Well, I'm just excited to see all of the trick plays that these kids have up their sleeves. Now the turf might aid them.
A sprint earned by KJ. Olsen was off on the pitch. He gets to third easily. He'll stop right there. Kyle Jackson now up to 3 ball 4 sprints on the tour. He has yet to strike out. That ratio's looking pretty fantastic. And all of a sudden, Bananas are 1 guy reaching base away from bringing the tying run up to the dish. There's that huge looping 12-6 curve as Fluke jumps ahead of Danny Hosley. Gets his first start in right today. Pokes this the other way, and Jake Skoll can't come up with the diving catch. KJ first to third, Olsen scores, and now the tying run in the second does come to the dish.
Well, that's a rivalry you always love looking out for. Hosley and Fluke known to jaw at each other in the box and on the mound, and after Fluke got that first pitch called strike, Hosley with a little bit of payback. And a second run driven in for the Animals as Cox hits this one to Chase Acup across the diamond. And it's the Party Animals shortstop becoming the 3rd banana ball player all time to record 200 trick plays.
Let's toss it down to Drake Toll.
Sean, it looked like you kind of ran out a bit of gas there at the end, so I brought you some water. Outside of that, Fluke, how do you keep doing this, man?
How you going to do that to me? I got a mic on. It's Garrett Delano's. He's a little upset, probably ruined, but it's just too easy. You know, you wake up, it's the Bananas. It's it's nothing to it.
Minute 19 seconds there in your first inning. How do you work so quickly?
Yeah, just throw it over the plate. You know, they're trouble. They're not doing very good. And it's just, like I said, it's too easy.
All right. Well, not only was your outing really good, so was Chase. Chase, I brought some water for you. Are you good? Okay. Okay. 200 trick plays for you. That's for your career. It's pretty good right there, Chase, huh?
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Yeah. Anything that you have on the history that you just created here in Banana Ball?
I think that's never been done before, and it's pretty cool. Can I get some more water?
Yeah, no doubt. Here we go. And pretty easy. Good for you. All right, Josh Pico, party on.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you very much. Acuff and Fluky for the time. Another look at history made. It earns the second point of the ball game for the Party Animals. And Acuff joins his double play partner, Dustin Baber, as well as his counterpart on the Bananas, Ryan Cox, in the 200 trick play club. See the big smile from Andy Archer as he takes over for Downey on the mound.
Yeah, tough night overall for Jared Donaldson. The Bananas going to Andy Archer earlier than I think they expected. But Arch looked pretty good in his season debut. His first inning was thrown in 3 minutes and 5 seconds, and he did not allow any ball four sprints. Another bright spot for a man who is actually currently working on adding a curveball to his arsenal of pitches.
Cox, glove flip to Kyle Jackson. EJ can't come up with the scoop. Boy, that would have been a trick play for the glove magician. Instead, it's going to turn into an error for KJ. It is so cool seeing the two of them on the left side of the infield. The chemistry is unreal. It's like when you see those music notes going in Mario Super Sluggers, you put Mario and Luigi or Peach and Daisy on the same side of the infield. Reese Hampton, high and deep to right. It's going to be warning track. Power barehanded. Danny Hosley, you're out of your mind. That's a wild trick play on a moon ball.
The barehanded trick play is usually reserved for the infielders in Banana Ball, but a little exit velo does not scare Danny Do-It-All, who had his mouth wide open, almost surprised at himself that he made the play.
Danny now has trick plays in right field, on the pitcher's mound, and at third base 4 games into this tour. Kyle Jackson, for his part, has trick plays at third in left. It's going to be fun to see that friendly rivalry across this tour. Slow tapper, Cox attacking between the legs, over to first. That was a tough one for EJ to try and grab behind his back. They only missed 2 trick play attempts in 56 tries last year. And that's his first unsuccessful try on a trick play here in 2025.
Yeah, you see EJ tapping the chest saying that that's his bat. I think he recognized that that throw was kind of going offline, picked a bad time to try and time up that trick play attempt. And now Andy Archer in a predicament trying to work out of this jam and keep the Party Animals from scoring in a third straight frame.
Slow tapper. Jones Jr. spins and fires to second for 1. No chance for 2. Skull runs very well. So he does the job. Drives in Sal Jacobo on the fielder's choice. And it is runs scored in 3 straight innings for the Animals. This one on the back of an error and a trick play missed from each of the Bananas corner infielders. So that was a gift of a run. Of course, not earned for Archer. Tanner Thomas has a pair of barrels tonight. A homer and a single, and watches the split changeup float in for strike 1. Jacobo grabs the first run scored in his young Party Animals career. 2-seam heater just misses. Ball and 2 strikes now on Thomas. One extra effort from Vincent Chapman. You see the tail end of it. He got dirty trying to grab that deflection.
Might have been his best Bill Leroy impression. He tossed away the mask, tried to dive after that one. The fans seem to love it.
Of course they did. Skull fakes a steal, another foul ball. Archer on the mound, jamming to the offspring. There's always a plethora of things to pay attention to in Banana Land. This one the opposite way. Tanner's 3 for 3. What a piece of hitting. And Skoll was able to go first to third. Aggressive base running. Thomas is going to follow him up to second. Boy, how many times in Banana Ball history has somebody had a hit in each of the first 3 innings in a game? That's an unanswerable question, by the way, everybody. Well, it's answerable, but I don't know, Josh, you'd say it'd probably take you 15, 20 minutes to figure out.
I'm pretty sure Tanner Thomas is the first man to accomplish that feat.
I'm ready to declare it.
Again, he and Skoll were the heroes for the Party Animals a night ago, and they've already got 4 hits between the two.
Impressive. And 4 runs driven in. They've each knocked in a pair. What a piece of hitting. Oh, Chase Acuff. Just got the fat part of the bat on the ball, sends it right back where it came from. More clutch 2-out hitting from the Party Animals. Now have 12 runs across not even 3 complete offensive innings. Bloomer trying to make it more here in the third.
12 runs, and it has come off of 12 hits as well. This one grounded to Ryan Cox, behind the back with the glove flip to Jackson Olsen. And the Bananas glove magician pulls a new play out of his bag of tricks. But the Party Animals score multiple runs for a 3rd straight inning and are trying to extend their lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
All right, let's let the young professor take over. Brand new promotion.
All right, we've got our first elimination here. All right, we're down to 3 now. Oh my gosh, we're down to 3. Oh man, they're going crazy. We are down to our final 2. We're down to the final 2 dancers. We got to see the craziest stuff you got. We got to see the craziest stuff you got out here. Final 2, give me your best moves. Leave everything out there. Go, go, go. Give me the craziest moves you got. Keep dancing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your blindfold off, Josh. You don't know it, but you've been out here all by yourself, sir. You are the winner of Dancing in the Dark. Give it up for Josh, everybody.
I apologize, folks. That wasn't a brand new promotion at all. They've been doing that since I started here in 2020. I had put a little boogie into it on my script here. That's not what happened in the slightest. Quick look at Peter Holden on the mound, and now D.R. Meadows is going to lead things off. He's going into the stands. Oh, he's stealing some popcorn, pulling off the old Terrell Owens walk-up. A little touchdown celebration before he even gets into the box.
T.O. always told the crowd to have their popcorn ready, and DR is hoping that they have their popcorn ready as he swipes first base on Peter Holden's first pitch of the ball game.
And he bat flips. Well, he does it as well. That might be the first ever bat flip on a steal of first base. Very important base runner now. Big boppers coming up. Dan Oberst has a football in hand. And a Gronk spike. Apropos for the beefy Bananas DH, who now represents the innings tying run. So exciting to see Peter Holden make his 2025 debut. Pitched in 5 games for the Party Animals a year ago. Slow tapper. Jacobo's going to let it go foul. Oh, jeez. Party Animals. It was Bloomer last night. Now Sal tonight. They have been aggressive with those balls that they would like to stay foul. Holden was really terrific across his 5 appearances. Only one of them against the Bananas. Big boy, 6'5", coming from a funky arm angle. As this one bounced to Jacobo, a tough scoop there. Tried to attack the short hop. It's going to be an E5. And now the inning tying run is aboard.
Well, Jacobo can play all over the diamond. Might fit more comfortably as a second baseman, but unfortunate error at the hot corner.
How about Eric Jones Jr. pulling out the Ray Lewis? Pretty jarring hearing Friends in Low Places play. Well, that's the walk-up.
Well, what song would you play for the squirrel, my friend?
Excellent question. I feel like I want, like that song, what's that song? 99% and 100% love of the game. 1% pressure, something like, that just feels like, I feel like it's like early 2000s, maybe 90s. It's a pump up, feels Ray Lewis-y.
Rap-ish?
Right. I think that's rap. 3-0. That's a 4-pitch sprint. And D.R. Meadows is going to score easily from second. Oberst will stop at third. So the inning lead for the Party Animals cut in half just like that. Still no outs. The tying run on third base, the inning winning run is now aboard. And Robert Anthony Cruz is doing the Jalen Waddle, also known as the Waddle. Just happens that Jalen Waddle celebrates it as his touchdown dance because his last name is Waddle. Makes sense, right? It's not confusing.
No, can you repeat it again for me?
Well, it's the Waddle because his name's Jalen Waddle.
Right, but he's a Dolphin.
I'm surprised Tyreek Hill has never come up with a hill-based celebration. Like a Sisyphus pushing a big rock or something.
Up the hill?
Right. So we'll get that idea to him. Swing and a foul tip at the dish. RAC stays alive. This is a very tough matchup for a lefty. Sidearm, 3/4-ish delivery as RAC spoils another 2-strike offering. It's a 4-seam fastball up to mid-80s from Holden. The changeup is gnarly, throws a 2-seam change. Works in a slider as well. RAC continues to be a tough customer up there. 3 straight 0-2 foul balls. That's a great take on the slider. The college coach told Peter Holden to model his game after Ryan Yarbrough. You can really see it out there. This one fouled off. Chance for the fans. They do not catch it. No, we're going to get a check on flash. Pinch running for EJ over at first. Second time on the bags tonight. This one bounced to Baber. He goes to second just in time to get Mitchell. That is all the Party Animals will get as this inning is tied up at 2 runs each.
That was risky from Justin Baber. Had to range into the shallow outfield grass and still came with a trick play and got the fastest man in Banana Ball out at second base on the lead out.
That was a mighty tricky trick play to pull off. Who else but the JUCO Gold Glover back in his Daytona State days? Well, Brian Dawkins crawl up to the plate from Bill Leroy. So I'm sure everybody at home has caught the theme here. Second time through the order. Looks like the Bananas are pulling off some iconic football celebrations. That would be a sack celebration for Dawkins. Whoa, fastball looked pretty good. Feels very Derek Jeter-esque in the way he's able to duck those high pitches. Now the count 3-1. Holden's got to go after Leroy here. A sprint will put the inning-winning run on third. And it's a base knock. See, a single is even a better outcome than firing ball 4. At least you're able to hold RAC to second base here.
Well, Bill was early on the off-speed pitch from Peter Holden, but kept the barrel out over the strike zone to clear that base knock through the 6-hole and into left field.
Jackson Olsen gets to do the Aaron Rodgers discount double check. It's amazing that his signature celebration comes from an advertisement. That's a brilliant ad campaign, if I may say so myself.
I'll never forget it.
It was great. The commercials were entertaining. It was funny seeing him do it in a game. It's like, there's the commercial thing. That's an ugly swing on a nasty slider. Holden trying to pick up his defense. There has been an error in this inning. Jackson, did he hold up? Yes, says third base umpire Steve Castillo. Olsen telling Holden, hey, give it to me again. Holden's given the glove movement that he's going to throw another slider. He does, and it's bounced to Swan. He'll bounce it to second for one. Acuff didn't have a chance at Olsen. Checks on Cruz over at third, who's back safely. Fun jarring back and forth. I think Holden got the outcome he wanted, too.
Well, Olsen may be retired. Usually a guy who's marking at Dalton Ponce. But the Bananas, with 2 outs and a man on third, going to turn to Correll Prime, hoping to channel his inner Super Cam.
Shout out Cam Newton. Inning-winning run 90 feet away. Correll Prime is 2 for 2 on the tour. A sac fly his first time. Fouls this one off himself. Former Colorado Rockies minor leaguer. Spent 7 years in the system. Was the organizational player of the year in 2014. If you're doing the math, it also means he spent 7 spring trainings here in Phoenix. He loves the city. How could you not? It's a wonderful place for baseball and banana ball as well. Now Peter Holden 1 ball away from losing this second inning. Make it a third inning. 3-1. Fouled straight back. 3-2. Something has got to happen here. The payoff. It's ball 4. Prime earns the sprint. RAC jogs in, and just like that, the Party Animals' lead in points is cut in half. It's a 2-1 game. Good to see Gillum and Viro out there playing the parents here in the Bluey theme song. Cage 4, he's hitting in on the action, playing bingo. RAC, how apropos. He gets to be blue. Just makes sense. Well, we've got a 2-1 game. We'll send it down to Emily Cole on the field.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field Savannah Bananas owner, Emily Cole.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To support that community and raise awareness, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Tonight, we are celebrating Selena and Liz. This couple became a licensed foster family 5 years ago. It is often difficult to find families who are willing to keep siblings together, and so 75% of siblings end up living apart while in foster care. This family is passionate about keeping siblings together and has so far welcomed 5 kiddos into their home, including a sibling group of 3 boys who they are now in the process of adopting. Fans, please help me welcome to the field this amazing family who cares about keeping siblings together and let's celebrate their upcoming adoption.
Warms the heart beyond belief right there. Huge shout out to Selena and Liz. Doing the yeoman's work out here in Phoenix. Superhero stuff in the foster care community. As we head to the fourth inning, we'll look at the numbers here for Andy Archer as he heads out for his second inning of work.
Just threw a 5-minute and 36-second third inning, but happened to be the fastest of the night so far from the Savannah Bananas. Pitching has not been the strong suit in this ball game. Archer, 17 pitches as well, hoping for a lower number here in the fourth inning of play.
Yeah, Andy was not helped out by the defense. He had an error and a trick play missed behind him. Led to the 2 runs being scored, both of them unearned. He's got 7, 8, and 9 due to swing it. Cosgrove, Swan, and Baber. Excellent start to the night for Andy Cosgrove. Tries to send that one all the way back to Mesa. Can't connect on the split change. Two-seam fastball just misses the inside corner. Andy has driven in 5 runs tonight. As he pokes this one the other way, charging in. Nice sliding snag by Danny Hosley. Another barrel for Cosgrove, this time right to a Bananas defender, though.
And despite it being his first start in right field in 2025, Danny Do-It-All looks awfully comfortable. You saw that nice sliding catch and also the barehanded trick play last inning.
Jason Swan at the dish, and behind him, Dustin Baber looks like he's preparing for his at-bat by demolishing some beer cans. Getting the soft toss from Blake Benson. It's a unique way to prepare for Andy Archer. 4 straight bad ones to Swan. He gets his second sprint of the ball game. Tour leading 7th overall. 7 sprints in 3 1/3 games, we'll call it. That is wild.
Well, he had 3 on opening night, now 2 in this ball game. The patience, the eye of Jason Swans. It's truly one of the best in Banana Ball.
One of the earliest beer chugs in Dustin Baber's illustrious, now 3-year Banana Ball career. Call it 4, going back to the Summer Series in 2022. This is his 3rd World Tour, though. Gets to down a brewski in the 4th inning. Always does it his 3rd trip to the dish. The Animals getting a lot of hacks so far tonight. Sends that one a mile high, foul territory, tough foul ball to catch. And surprisingly, it is not snagged.
Baber's fared pretty well after the beer jug early this season. 2 for 3 against the Bananas after downing the bevy.
Can't complain with those results. Archer will check on Swan. Can't forget about him over at first base. Hasn't attempted to steal a bag in this young season so far. This one tapped back to Andy. Spins and fires to second. Nice job by Cox to hold the bag. Second base umpire Paul Ullman says that Cox was able to get the force out there. Big fielder's choice.
Andy Archer was trying to get out of the inning very quickly. Would have registered about a 216 MPI if he'd have gotten the double play. But Ryan Cox made a really nice adjustment, making sure to drag that left foot on the bag and get the lead out as Archer faces the man in the 10-hole, Sal Jacobo, 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, with football being a theme tonight, of course, the Super Bowl is coming in 2 nights. Sunday evening. Cox kind of turned into a receiver in the corner of the end zone there, dragging his toe. That's why it's so valuable to play a variety of sports as a kid. A lot of different skills you can get. Cox, of course, a tremendous basketball player. That's where he gets a lot of his trick play ability from. Jacobo, a tough cookie at the dish, still a 2-2 count. Mark Smith, pinch running for the second time tonight, he's taking over for Baber at first. This one the opposite way, Sal Jacobo. Get yourself a first career banana ball hit, my friend. Excellent piece of hitting at that.
The milestones continue for the Party Animals. 200 career trick play for Chase Acuff. Andy Cosgrove's first career home run in banana ball. Now Sal Jacobo with his first career base knock. Can Reese Hampton pick up the 200th hit of his banana ball career here against Andy Archer?
Takes the cutter for strike one. 2 men on with 2 down. This one bounced foul. Hampton has flown out to each corner outfielder. Ground out to first, sandwiched in between. Job by Andy to pound the zone. Another 0-2. Good take there by Reese Lightning. Andy with the tip of the cap. There's a hop shot gobbled up by Eric Jones Jr. behind the back flip. Grabs his second trick play of the ball game. Andy Archer puts up the first 0 for Bananas pitching tonight.
Sorely needed for the Savannah Bananas. 4 minutes and 47 seconds for Andy Archer. And Eric Jones Jr. with another trick play on his night as well.
Jesse Cole getting the full capacity crowd here in the big Saguaro.
Hands up in the air.
On their feet for some
There
hay,
we
baby.
go. Let's get it going. Clap those hands.
This is where banana ball can be such a cruel sport for the visiting team. The Party Animals put up a legendary offensive performance through 4 offensive innings. 12 runs scored, but they only have 2 points to show for it because they won the first and the second inning. The Bananas have scored 5 runs. Normally, you'd say that's a pretty good amount for 3 offensive innings. But while they trailed 12-5 in the runs department, they were only down 2-1 in the all-important points category and just need 1 run in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie this game up.
Well, as a reliever, you've got to hold your leads, and Peter Holden had a very difficult time in the 3rd inning. Allowed 2 ball 4 sprints, also threw a wild pitch that allowed D.R. Meadows to steal first base. It was a wild outing that you wouldn't have expected from Peter Holden to start his 2025 campaign.
No, not at all. He made his bacon last tour with the Party Animals on that control. He's not an overpowering pitcher. Spins the ball, has a dynamite changeup, and hits his locations. As you can see, Dalton Ponce, another guy who thrives on fantastic control. Will be the 3rd Party Animals pitcher we've seen tonight.
Mike Babasis loves pitching Fluke and Ponce on the same day. It's a formula he used often in the later stages of last tour, and we're getting it here in game number 4.
There's Kyle Jackson. I think that was a Tom Brady let's go.
Never a bad idea to mimic the GOAT.
No, not at all. But Patty Mahomes is coming for him. This one a mile high. Reese Hampton behind the back. Gutsy time for the trick play. Take a bow, my friend. Boy, that was a really nice snag. All right, we'll see what Danny Hosley has for us. Oh, little Victor Cruz salsa. Shout out the New York Football Giants. That brings back tremendous childhood memories. Big 12-6 curve, just misses the inside corner.
Cruz actually adopted that salsa celebration for his grandmother, who loved dancing and loved watching her grandson score touchdowns. As Danny Hosley swipes first base, second straight inning with the Bananas stealing first.
It was the Doctor started the 3-run rally that won the third inning with a swiped first base. And now shout out the best wide receiver in the National Football League, Justin Jefferson.
Hot take, my friend.
How is that a hot take?
Jamar?
Okay, fair enough. I would still take Justin Jefferson, but Jamar's pretty good. He's got a much better quarterback, that's for sure.
By the way, it is criminal he did not get at least one vote for Offensive Player of the Year.
I missed that. Looks like we're going to get a tip drill here. A-Cuff up in the air. Faber is going to tip it after Jacobo, and Ponce puts an end to the fun. Swan was just there to cheer on the boys. That's a triple trick play. Impressive stuff from the Party Animals infield.
Good communication, and Sal Jacobo gets in on the fun. You see the smile at the end. That's a fun way to collect your first career trick play.
Not many guys can say they got their first career hit and trick play in the same inning. Now we're to the top of the order. Inning-winning run on first. There goes Hosley. Hot shot, foul. Just barely. Quick peeking. Maceo pulling off his legendary wrecking ball dances. He gets our attention again, deservedly so. There goes Hosley once again. Line drive to left center field for Meadows. This could win the inning. Hosley rounding third. The Doctor, his second walk-off on the tour. And this game is knotted at 2 points each.
And his second walk-off in as many nights. Meadows hitting especially well for extra bases early this season. Biko, we're sending it down to the field. It's a new promo. It's Flash's Love Dash.
How long have you guys been engaged?
6 months.
6 months? This is Carly and Jordan. Jordan, this is going to be a rough one for you. The game goes like this. I'm going to take these guys around the bases. Jordan, you're going to answer the question. If you get the question wrong, Carly's going to pie you in the face. We're going to see how well you know your girl. You guys ready? Let's go. Come on. Come on. Y'all got to speed up. You know, Flash move fast. Come on now. All right, Jordan. Here's the first question. Where was you guys' first date?
Gentle Benz in Tucson.
Is that right?
Yes.
That was correct. Next question. Come on. Come on now. Y'all got to move quick. You're moving a little slow. Second question. What is Carly's least favorite meal?
Anything I cook.
Is that correct?
No, I like something.
Go ahead and pie him. Oh, we going to have to do better than that. Come on, we going to go get the next question. Y'all got to move quick. Come on. Third question. Jordan, what is Carly's celebrity crush?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, is that correct?
No.
Go ahead and pie him. Oh, my goodness. You either going to be covered in pie and lose your girl, or you might get this one right. Come on. Last question. Jordan, what is Carly's favorite song? Oh, he ain't even know it. Everybody give it up for Carly and Jordan.
Flash's Love Dash. Consider me its biggest fan. Anytime you can get Malachi Mitchell on the mic, Biko's a happy camper. Well, we've got a brand new ball game. Kind of crazy to imagine it. Party Animals scored 10 runs across the first 2 innings. Earned both of those points, but the Bananas have bounced back, winning the 3rd and the 4th. We've got a 2-2 game here in the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 due to swing it for the Party Animals. That's a heater high and tight to Noah Fisher. Popped right side, and it's going to be grabbed basket style by EJ for out number 1.
Had to be wary of the dugout railing. So I think that's what stopped him from possibly putting the glove under his leg and trying for the trick play. But the Bananas You're in the business of getting quick outs against the party animals right now.
We're waiting for Jake Skoll. Oh, it looks like he's on top of the dugout. We're going to get a rerun of his Healy walk-up from last night. Always great to have an excuse to hear What's My Age Again, once again by Blink-182. You're 33, Skoll. This song's really about a 23-year-old. But Jake plays the role perfectly. And I once again announced to the world that this should be Jake Skoll's helmet for every single at-bat. How is this not just a nightly occurrence?
When are we going to get the first banana ball player to wear Heelys at all times? We need somebody shredding gnar at all times.
Oh, boy. Get a quick look at the Heelys right there. Thanks again to the pit crew for de-wheeling Scully. Couple shakes, a 2-2. Making 3-2. Skoll does not bite on the split changeup. Payoff, blasted out to left center field. Big time trouble. It's going to be one hop off the wall. And Skoll is... Oh, he does wheelie. He's still got the wheels on. Are you kidding me? Slides into second base. That's unreal. I think glides into second base is more accurate.
He arguably had more mobility going into second base. I need to see Jake Skoll Healy on the home plate.
You can see how impressed Ryan Cox is. Well, here's the man of the hour, Tanner Thomas. His 2-run homer with 2 outs in the first started that 5-run rally. 3 for 3 on the ball game. Nice strike on the changeup there. That one just a bit too high. Big 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. It's been a massive improvement with 2 strikes on this young tour. Tanner has been grinding out at bats.
We saw the 9-pitch at bat that resulted in the home run in the 9th last night. An 8-pitch AB wound up being the deciding walk-off in showdowns. But after 6 pitches, Tanner Thomas is down on strikes against Andy Archer, as you see him locating on the outside corner.
Yeah, Tanner didn't get the memo that Andy Archer has a curveball this year. Hosley in pursuit, charging in behind the back. You bet. Another trick play for Haas, his second of the night. And a great 3rd inning of relief for Archer. He's thrown 2 straight scoreless.
7th trick play of the evening for the Savannah Bananas. Danny Do-It-All, different in right field tonight.
And another look at Jake Skoll. I swore that they had de-heeled him. He definitely got a few feet of glidage there. Reminder, we'll be back in action tomorrow night. We're going to have extended pregame coverage. So we'll be live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. For the first time this year, we're going to get to see the Party Animals' new entrance. And how about this for a tease? We're going to have the first halftime show of 2025. Get a look at the boys rehearsing it today. It's going to be a doozy.
Well, we saw the boys elevate the entertainment a weekend ago. What comes to mind is KJ's Dancing Through Life walk-up. I think the Bananas and Party Animals are going to put on the greatest show yet tomorrow night. Here you go, here you go.
The Bubble Bowl was pretty legendary in Tampa last year. I had the pleasure of getting to stay up into the wee hours of the morning watching my roommate, now our executive producer of BTV, Yvonne Trezak, slice it all together in the old Premiere Pro. It's a lifelong memory. It's one of the most impressive videos I've ever seen come out of Fans First Entertainment, and that is saying something. 2, 3, and 4 here for the Nanners against Dalton Ponce, out for a second inning of relief. Oberst, EJ, and Cruz due to swing it. Nice stop there by Andy Cosgrove. Prevents Dan Oberst from swiping first base. Dan's a very smart banana ball player as he smokes that thing into left field. Thomas fires it in. Dan now 1 for 3 on the night. He has 10 steals of first base in his career. Actually is tied with Tanner Thomas and Dakota McFadden for the single season record. D-Mac and Dan both swiped first base 6 times in 2023. Tanner did it last year. So you always have to be wary with the slugger at the dish. He'll take off if that ball gets too far away from a catcher. Decides to just do the damage with the lumber that time, though.
He's been swinging the bat especially well to start this season. Now Eric Jones Jr. hits this one. A-cup, Baber, double trick play, double play. The dynamic duo with 2 massive outs for the Animals in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Get another gander. Beautiful bounce right to the glove for Baber. Smooth as silk between the legs. That's a terrific twin killing. Eliminates the leadoff single. And Robert Anthony Cruz does not bite on the changeup low and away. Always a really fun matchup between these two. Both out of Fontana, California. This one a mile high. Gonna land in the stands. Not caught by anybody. Big swing to miss. Like a changeup down and in there. Been a tight slider. There's the changeup, I can tell you that. Ponce wins the battle. Pulls off his signature no-look boogie. And thanks to the double play, faces the minimum.
2 minutes and 9 seconds for Dalton Ponce. Beautiful pitch in the dirt. And the double play, the trick play double play from A-Cup and Baber already has us at 20 trick plays in tonight's ball game.
Boy, and we are just past the halfway mark. The banana ball record is 28 trick plays. Happened last year in Norfolk, Virginia. And we saw 27 trick plays last night. As you get a look at Dalton Malden and company firing t-shirts into the stands. Brady Keiss getting involved on the action. The folks going crazy, as they should. Free merchandise is nothing to scoff at. Kyle Perry trying to find his recipient. And we've got a new man on the mound for the Nanners. It's going to be 8-year banana cowboy Kyle Lewigs. Second man out of the pen for the boys in yellow.
Cowboy Kyle last Sunday tossed a clean inning in his season debut. A 3-minute and 55-second frame. This guy is the model banana ball pitcher. A great strikeout to ball four sprint rate. Works quickly on the mound. An incredible showman. And he's thrown 15 career innings in less than 2 minutes. Tied for the 4th most all time. He would love 1 or 2 here tonight, as the Bananas and Party Animals don't have as much time on the clock as they traditionally do at this stage in the ball game.
No, we just got past the 42-minute mark with 4 innings to play. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 for the Party Animals, Bloomer, Cosgrove, and Swan. Oh, 2 count here on the Boomer. for 3 on the night thus far. Nearly gets clipped by that one. There's the slider. What a take by Bloomer. We've seen him strike out many times on it. We've also seen him take Cowboy Kyle deep a few times across their banana ball rivalry. Whoa! Heater looked pretty good. Bloomer says that's a good pitch, but he doesn't get the call. So we get a payoff. Slider never finds the zone, and Bloomer gets himself a leadoff sprint.
It's kind of the same thing that happened to Cowboy Kyle last Sunday. An early ball four sprint in his outing, and some questionable calls as I know Kyle thought there were a couple corners that he caught where he wasn't getting calls a weekend ago.
Gets that call right at the bottom of the zone. Now Olsen, Cox, and Meadows coming in. Looks like we're going to get our choreographed dance. Hey, it's a legendary one. Let's groove tonight. Take us back to 2022. It's one of the first 3-2-2s that ever blew up on the old social medias.
One of the in-game dances that started it all, my friend.
I love when they bring back an epic performance like that. That was a complete surprise to me. I thought they had something else in their back pocket tonight. Laser beam off the glove of EJ at third. And it's going to be grabbed out there by Kyle Jackson, who's moved from third base to left. EJ has gone from first to third. Correll Prime has gone from the extra hitter spot to first base. Now Reese Alexiadis in the game in right field for Danny Hosley. So defensive substitutions all over the place for the Nanners. Got 4 guys at new positions here. Official scoring decision on that one, Josh.
E5.
Ball was demolished, but straight to Eric Jones Jr. Bounced off the glove. 2-1 count here on Swanee. He's got an RBI double and a pair of sprints tonight. Off to a terrific start to his third World Tour. Can't catch up to the fastball. Let's look out for 4-seam, 2-seam, and cut fastballs from Kyle. Slider and a changeup from time to time. Bloomer takes off. Throw from Leroy. Not in time. Boy, Bloomer is running wild. He now leads the World Tour with 4 stolen bases. And that's going to be a third sprint on the night for Swan. And will drive in Bloomer easily. And Jason getting 2 bases on it. Looks like the Bananas outfielders were not in a proper position to crash in on second. So good aggressive running by Swan, who took a spill on second base. Has his second stake on the night and 4th of the tour.
Well, that hip impingement that bothered Bryson Bloomer at the start of the 2024 tour is well behind him. He looks like 2023 Bloomer. Party animals who have been silent over the last 2 innings are back in the run column and in a prime position for another multi-run inning.
2-0 to Baber. Hot shot, diving stop, EJ across the diamond in plenty of time. That saved at least 1 run, if not 2.
That one hit over to the hot corner, allowed EJ to be able to have close eyes on Andy Cosgrove over at third base, making up for the error that started, or that was the second play of this inning.
Big first out for the Nanners. Sal Jacobo out to right center field. That's going to drive in 2. He's got his first career extra base hit in Banana Ball, thinking about making it 3. Got a big stop sign from Vava. Content with a 2-run double. Jacobo, welcome to Banana Ball.
You got to think of Mike Babasis. His wish that he had played Sal Jacobo before this fourth game of the season with the night that he's had. 2 hits, a trick play, doing it all on the diamond tonight.
Just picked up his first 2 career banana ball RBIs as well. A night full of firsts for Jacobo. Line drive back up the middle. There it is. Reese Hampton is the first banana ball player to 200 hits.
Instant celebration from Reese Hampton, had the finger up. And how about this? Jake Skoll, his teammates for a number of years, brings him out the 200 shirt to put on to congratulate Reese Hampton, one of the most prolific batters in banana ball history.
A guy who's led each of the last 2 tours in hits. Almost always at the top of this Party Animals lineup. Former Tigers and Diamondbacks minor leaguer. He's oh so good with the bat. Gonna be a tough play for Bill. Throws the ball into foul territory down the right field line. Jacobo scores. Nice chuck by Alexiadis as Kyle grabs the one hopper at the dish. So a swinging bunt, base hit for Noah Fisher. He picks up an RBI. Couldn't have rolled it down the third baseline much better. And it's now 4 runs for the Animals here in the 6th. Hampton's 200th career hit was every bit of a line drive. Fisher's that followed looks like a line drive in the scorebook. He traveled about 10 feet. It's out of the frying pan into the fire here for Cowboy Kyle. He now has 2 runners in scoring position for Jake Skoll. Bananas infield is in. Pitcher's pitch for strike 2 there. And the count runs full. That one lifted high and deep out to left field. K-Jack tries to go behind his back. Can't come up with it. Bloomer gets a stop sign at third. Hampton scores in front of him. And we'll toss it down to Drake Toll.
Wow, Reese. 200 for you. The first to do it in history. Your thoughts?
Well, it took a while, huh? I think the wait was worth it. I'm glad to do it with my boys. We're having a good time here.
Reese, party on.
Party on.
EJ grabs that pop-up from Tanner Thomas for out number 2. Certainly worth the wait. He's not hot out the gates here to his 4th World Tour. But he's a guy who I would wager will catch fire sooner rather than later. Such a pro's pro. He's a big reason why Chase Acuff leveled up so much from his first tour to his 2nd. Grinded the entire 2022 to 23 to 24 winter. With Hampton in the batting cage. Came out a power hitter, ends up being plunked right here. And boy, he's limping. Okay. Just wanted the boys to come out so they could all hammer time their way the 90 feet to first.
Parachute pants not included this time.
Well, the Party Animals have batted around for a 2nd time tonight. Bryson Bloomer started this 5-run inning with a ball 4 sprint, and he'll end it with a pop out to Olsen at 2nd. An error and a trick play missed in the middle of a whole lot of offense for the Animals, who have their 3rd 5-run inning of the ball game. Not a fun night to be a Bananas pitcher. And it looks like we're going to have a dance performance from Ponce and Lialios to send us to the bottom of the 6th. What a job by Ponce and Lialios, dueling Dr. Robotniks. And we are in to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, Jake Lialios is actually going back to his roots. Before he became a pitcher for the Party Animals, this was a man who spent time in high school and college as a catcher. And he is putting on the gear once again for the boys in black and pink.
Little jam sesh with Lialios and Leroy while Ponce changes out of the sneakers and into the cleats on the mound. A 1 count on the 8-year Banana. Yeah, really fun to see Lialios back there. This guy across his entire 4 years at Pomona College was behind the plate. Part of a catching tandem with one of his good friends there. And then didn't start pitching until his professional career with the Tucson Saguaros in his hometown. Full count now. It is a tale as old as time. Catcher converted to a pitcher. Get a lot of spin right on the fastball quite often. And Ponce has, or Lialios rather, has evolved into a really impressive banana ball pitcher. Payoff is bounce to third. Jacobo between the legs, bounces it off the dirt. High throw. Swan couldn't get the tag down on Leroy in time. So it's going to go as a trick play miss for the banana ball rookie. And we get another discount double check from Jackson Olsen.
Well, it might have been one tricks too many for Sal Jacobo. He sailed that throw high of Jason Swan. The rookie still trying to get trick play feel, that aspect underneath him.
So Jackson Olsen swings it. Party Animals lead the inning by 5 runs. You can see Malachi Mitchell took over for Leroy on first. It's his 3rd time pinch running tonight. And we are under the 28-minute mark. If the 2-hour timer runs out, whatever inning we are in will be the final inning. As Jackie blasts this out to left center, Hampton tracks it down for out number 1. And every run scored in that final inning will count as a point. We haven't seen a Bananas and Party Animals game fail to go 9 innings since the 2023 tour.
On September 14th in Syracuse, New York, Bananas and Party Animals want to keep their current streak alive, I know. And Reese Hampton opting not for a trick play catch might have been an indication that he obviously wants this game to keep moving quickly.
Yeah, I think that's banana ball feel right there. Malachi Mitchell has his first stolen base of his 5th World Tour. 2-0 count on Corel Prime. That's stolen base 136 across his banana ball life. Most all time in our young sport by a bunch. Nobody else has surpassed 100 stolen bases yet. Dangerous pitch to a dangerous hitter. It's going to be ball 4. Prime earns the sprint. Will pick up his 2nd ribeye of the night. And I think Ponce, see, hands on his knees there. He's still trying to catch his breath after the dynamic boogie he had with his catcher going into the inning. No warm-up pitches, right into the action. It's an unearned run. Mitchell running in Leroy's place, who reached on a trick play miss.
That's what makes banana ball different. Got a plethora of celebrations, entertainment moments to be a part of. Got to be able to separate being an entertainer with being able to dial it in, whether you're on the mound or in the batter's box.
Yeah, I'd say the really important part, if you're looking to be a successful banana ball player and play in the big show, is you need some serious stamina. You got to work on the cardio. As Prime will advance on the pass ball. All in 2 strikes here to Kyle Jackson. Make it 2-2. Lined the other way, base knock for KJ. You know he's thinking too. Thomas firing it in, and will hold Kyle to an RBI single as Prime touches home. Here comes Reese Alexiadis. Oh no. Pulling a hot rod here. Graceful entrance. Oh no, Reeser. Just can't seem to stay on his feet.
Might have got a little too pumped up on the green tea before taking this plate appearance.
I think it looks like Reese's teammates forgot to give him the safe word, whiskey. Yes. Finally, painfully made it to home plate. I think he stuck the landing, Josh.
Hard to say if that walk-up was cool beans.
I am so due for a hot rod rewatch. See what that signature walk-up does to his offensive capabilities. Doesn't really look like he's huffing and puffing. 2 runs are home for the Bananas. They still trail in this 6th inning by 3. As Reese well out in front of the curve there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled straight back. No, it is clear that Reese is out of breath. He just does a good job of hiding it. You see, after every swing, he is laboring to get off the ground. And of course, a great battle between his fellow California native.
He's obviously still not letting it necessarily interfere with his battle between Dalton Ponce. He comes set with the 7th pitch of the AB. Alexiadis skies this out to deep right field, falls down yet again, and Jake Skoll takes a tumble on the right field warning track. Alexiadis still excessively falling, but he drives in a 3rd run in the inning for the Nanners.
Gonna look at this bat flip. The Oppo pop showed off by RA. Just can't seem to stay on his feet. Could have had an easy triple. Takes a pair of tumbles on his way to 2nd. And his RBI double means that Dakota Stilts All-Britain now represents the inning tying run. First plate appearance of year number 5 for Stilts. Shanks it fair down the right field line. Alexiadis is going to score easily from 2nd. It's an RBI and a razor beam single from Stilts.
What a series in Glendale already for Dakota Stilts All-Britain. A 2-minute and 6-second inning last night. And an RBI single the opposite way.
Well, he represents the inning's tying run on first base, and Ryan Cox, who Stilts was pinch hitting for, will be reinserted to run the bases. That's a very important runner. And Stilts takes about 9 seconds to travel 90 feet, so Can't have him out on the bags for this. There's a single dunked in front of Tanner Thomas. Like his tripod out and left got in the way of it. Working on his most recent vlog. I don't think he was going to be able to get to the ball either way, but had to take an adventurous route because of the camera set up in front of him.
Well, we've rarely ever seen that in banana ball before. If Tanner Thomas had wanted to try and dive to catch that low liner, he would have been running into his tripod and phone.
3-pitch strikeout from Dalton Ponce. Sends Oberst back to the dugout. That was a much-needed K. Now 2 down in the inning. Tying run still on second base. Winning run still leads off first, and Eric Jones Jr. steps in. Fly to Skoll. He grabs a trick play. Traps the banana ball outside of the glove with the bare hand. 9 runs scored between the two sides. The Party Animals win the inning 5-4 and reclaim the lead. They're up 3 points to 2.
A chaotic 6th inning. 8 minutes and 49 seconds there for Dalton Ponce. But the Party Animals were just able to hang on at the end.
Well, the Animals have Andy Cosgrove due to lead off the 7th. Another look at his 2-run blast back in the 2nd inning. In fact, give the guy another ribeye. It was a 3-run shot. He had a 2-run double in the 1st. So he's driven in 5 tonight. He's 1 away from tying the banana ball single-game RBI record, which he did tie on the opening night of this tour. He is a ribeye machine. And ahead 1-0 as Cowboy Kyle out for a 2nd inning of relief. They get 2 balls, no strikes. Cosgrove in the driver's seat. Lewix normally with terrific control. Does not seem to have it tonight. Evident right there on the 4-pitch sprint. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. Cosgrove not trying anything crazy, content with 1 bag.
Well, Kyle threw 36 pitches last inning, and you could tell was trying to work quick against Andy Cosgrove. Didn't necessarily work out in his favor, but the Bananas, just barely miss out on a double play, but the fans have opted to use their challenge.
This is a challenge I would love to not actually look at for time's sake, because Swan was really safe at first, but we will see it once on a replay. Good to get a gander at the sweet fielder's choice. Yes, Jason Swan. Oh, Josh, you want to see it again?
Safe.
Yes.
Safe.
Okay. Safe. Call stands. Call stands. Safe. Let's keep the game moving. We have 17 minutes to play. There's another great angle. Excellent work from our
Ladies and
replay
gentlemen,
crew.
after further review, the ruling on the field stand.
Dustin Baber fouls that one off, breaks his bat. He'll need a new weapon. So that one will go as a 6-4 fielder's choice with Cox grabbing the trick play. Josh, this might be my all-time ugliest scorebook.
Oh, this one has been an adventurous journey, my friend.
It's a mess over here, man. Two count on Babes. Mark Smith pinch running over at first. He takes off. This one bounced to short. Flip to second. Not in time. Cox thought that he was able to grab another trick play.
Paul Allman ruling that the high flip to Jackson Olsen took his foot off the second base bag, and on first look, does look like that was the correct call on the field.
Yeah, the Bananas are not challenging. They do have a challenge still to go. Both the Bananas and Party Animals still have theirs. Fans, of course, are challenge-less after coming up unsuccessful on that Swan Fielder's Choice. And that is a 3-pitch K for Sal Jacobo. Lewis uses the heat for his second punch out of the night. Back to the top of the order in Reese Hampton. Lined to single back up the middle his last time for his 200th hit across his illustrious banana ball career, dating back to the 2022 World Tour. He's the first banana ball player to ever reach that 200 hit plateau, and has always been a thorn in Cowboy Kyle's side. This one high to center. Meadows has it lined up and will tip it up to himself for out number 3. Good job there by Lewis to put up a very important goose egg. And now we're going to have the world's fastest inning. So the bottom of the 7th inning is going to start in just a few seconds here.
And after wearing the gear an inning ago, Jake Lialios enters on the mound for the Party Animals and is greeted with a shot into the right center field gap. Robert Anthony Cruz racing around the bases, getting the weight from Maceo. We could witness a walk-off inside the park home run for RAC.
Boy, the world's fastest inning giveth and it taketh away. That time the Party Animals did not have time to set their outfielders, and RAC takes advantage. Now he's heading out to the mound. So after walking off the 7th to tie this game at 3 points each, looks like Robert Anthony Cruz is looking to make his banana ball pitching debut. He needs a catcher, though. He has all 7 fielders behind him. Here comes Bill Leroy with the gear. 2, 3, and 4 due to swing it for the Animals. Noah Fisher takes a fastball for strike 1. How about this from RAC? If you've been following his social media, which I'm sure the vast majority of you have, it's a great video that he produced when he was on the mound thrown against his college players at Biola. His former university is that foul ball takes Drake Toll out. Got him in the leg and he is down for the count. Did Fisher check his swing? No! Robert Anthony Cruz starts his banana ball pitching career with a K on a nasty bender, and now he's emoting on the mound.
Oh, Robert Anthony Cruz. He can do it all for the Savannah Bananas. The inside the park home run and a strikeout to the first batter he faces. Now a backflip pitch, and it'll clip Jake's skull.
Who throws his bat all the way off the netting. Don't think he was thrilled to be plunked after backflipping Robert Anthony Cruz. He'll take his free base. And we'll bring Tanner Thomas to the dish. 3 for 5 on the night with a 2-run homer back in the first. Well, RAC's got some gnarly movement on the fastball. He did pick up a couple strikeouts thrown against the kids at Biola. Did give up a nuke as well on a free fastball. This is a great piece of hitting by Tanner Thomas. It's going to fall down just foul, though. 1-2 count on the Party Animals left field. You can see he's gassed. Still from sprinting in from left field. He had just gotten out there when RAC hit the inside the park 7th inning walk-off homer on the first pitch of the frame. And he's got a 2-2 count now. There goes Skoll. This one high to center. A few steps back for the doctor. And he is going to tip drill for a second straight inning. Grabs another trick play.
Two minutes and 19 seconds into the frame. RAC already has 2 outs and a first pitch strike now on Chase Aka.
Skoll goes, and Leroy, that did not come out of the hand right. Scully swipes second, as that was a duck snort. Good job by Corell Prime to grab that one floating into foul territory. Look out, Chase Acuff. You got to get off RAC's plate. He's shown he's not afraid to throw it inside. Big wave around coming here for Skoll. The throw from Meadows right on the line. And in time! Laser beam from the doctor as he guns down Skoll.
D.R. Meadows with the first outfield assist of his season, led all players a season ago, and you see him just able to nab Jake Skoll. Beautiful tag from Bill Leroy.
Let's get it down to Sam Bauman on the field.
You know, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember I threw a lot of banana balls, generally in that direction. I'm out of breath, but content. That was a great 2 minutes.
Great is an understatement. RAC, catch your breath. Let's get these boys back to it. Biko, Josh, what can't the guy do?
Thanks, SB. Thank you, RAC, for taking the time. Well, this has been a bizarre banana ball game. After we saw the single game points record broken last night, 25 between the two squads, 14-11 Party Animals win. Plenty more offense here, night 2 in Glendale. And we've got a 3-3 game going to the bottom of the 8th as Sexy Mexy Ryan Rodriguez takes over on the mound.
Ryan Rodriguez hoping to keep the Bananas scoreless, as this has truly been a chaotic ball game. Now, Rodriguez earned a point for the Party Animals last weekend despite allowing a 3-run homer to Dan Oberst, because he had a 4-run cushion in the inning. He does not have that here, so it is of the utmost importance that he paints corners and does not allow ball force sprints like many of the arms we've seen tonight.
He has 5, 6, and 7 due to swing it. Leroy, Olson, and then Prime. That ball blasted foul. Ball and a strike on the Bananas catcher. Everybody trying to catch their breath. This game is moving at warp speed all of a sudden. Nice front door bender from Ryrod. He jumps ahead of Bill. Wow. Goes for the split pitch. Cannot find the zone. Less than 8 minutes to play now. We just need to get through this bottom of the 8th inning to get to the 9th, and the timer will no longer matter. Great take by Leroy. Payoff pitch. Gave him a heater right down the pipe. Skyscraper in the infield. Jacobo running in. Nobody can find it except Sal, who catches it while he falls to his keister. Cosgrove never saw it. Jacobo ran a country mile to make the play.
And you can see after the catch, Andy was still looking for that ball hung up in the sky. Sal Jacobo, a hero in the bottom of the 8th, coming up with the snag, or that one possibly blooped in for what would be one of the wilder hits of Bill Leroy's career.
Well, Big Bender's working for Sexy Mexy tonight. Pride of Newhall, California. Lays it in there for strike 1, goes right back to it. This one served the other way. Tanner Thomas is going to tap it up and grab it in a basket catch. Another trick play for Mr. Chicken Tender Thomas. 2 quick outs here for Rodriguez.
Well, despite all the chaos, the trick plays continue. Now 15 for the Party Animals, 9 for the Savannah Bananas tonight.
Here's Carell Prime. He's got a 1-1 count on him. It's very rare you see the opposing team out trick play the home team at all, especially by that margin, 15-9. So we are 4 trick plays away in this game from tying the single game record. Beautiful bender, paints the black on the outside corner. A 1-2-3 frame for Ryan Rodriguez, and we're tied heading to the 9th.
Just when we feared we would not see 9 innings tonight, Ryan Rodriguez has a clutch 2-minute and 24-second inning for the Party Animals. And he is fired up, throwing the glove, the banana ball, just about anything near him.
As he should. Another look. That is a beautiful 2-strike pitch. Too close to take for Primable, who finally will have a batting average below 1,000. He's now officially 2 for 3 on the tour with 3 ball 4 sprints and 4 runs driven in. We turn Camelback Ranch yellow. I put these first 2 games here in Glendale right up there with any 2-game set you could find in our young sports history as far as absolute wildness goes. Last night it was the points barrage thanks to 4 rounds of showdowns. Tonight runs aplenty. Party Animals have had 3 different 5-run innings. They have won all 3, but those are the only 3 innings they've won, and their problem, the Bananas have won 3 innings as well. Jesse Cole, I'm sure the madness makes you pretty happy in general.
We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
And the Party Animals, it kind of feels like this tie game very much a result of the world's fastest inning that was thrust to get this game to the 9th inning. Robert Anthony Cruz, much like Reese Hampton, though, on opening night, saw an opportunity and took advantage of it, collecting an inside-the-park home run for himself.
And you have to credit RAC, just like Reese before him. Both of them hit absolute barrels to the right center field gap. And all of a sudden, we have 2 inside-the-parkers 4 games into this tour. You get a look at the numbers from Austin Krasminski across his really quite impressive rookie campaign in Banana Ball.
He did not record a showdown shutdown in 2 opportunities last night. Unfortunately, was handed the loss, but has a shot at a little redemption here in the 9th inning as he blows the first pitch past Bryson Bloomer.
Former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer. No stranger to Phoenix. Has spent a lot of time training out here. Has to face the Boomer. And that one high and deep to left, curving foul. And it's going to bounce out of the berm and into the bullpen.
It was Krem last weekend who allowed a home run to Jake Skull in the 9th inning. The first home run he had ever allowed in his Banana Ball career. He's got to hope he can keep the ball in the yard against the Party Animals, who had a lot of luck with the home run ball tonight.
2-2 to Bloomer. Bounce the other way. Olsen gets the high chop, fires it between the legs. Prime with the scoop at first. A trick play for the Great 8, and an important first out for the Chris Monster.
Well, Jackson Olsen just does not have fear, regardless of the game situation, to rip a trick play. Got a slow enough roller and decided he was going to put that one under the legs to Correll Prime, who dug that one out especially well.
Healthy hack there from Andy Cosgrove. Look out, Andy! Golly, that's a scary moment right there. Looks like it got him on the hands. Extra scary when you think about Krem as a guy who sits about 93 to 94 with the fastball. We've seen him touch 96 in Banana Land. And Andy is immediately pinch run for by Mark Smith. The go-ahead run is aboard. Jason Swan steps in.
And it's a smart decision by the Party Animals, utilizing the speed off of their bench in an inning where they can go ahead against the Bananas. And it's Jason Swan already with 3 sprints tonight, ahead in the count, 2-0.
He had an RBI double all the way back in the first inning. Check on Smith. He's back safely. This will be a gutsy time for his first stolen base attempt in his Banana Ball career. Another check on Barky Mark. Back in plenty of time. 2-0 to Swanee. Make it 3 balls, no strikes. Another check on Smith. He's back safely. And Swan taking all the way. Still in the driver's seat. Gets another fastball, another strike, and behind Mark Smith, he is out, getting back to first. Picked off by Bill Leroy. And the Party Animals, of course, will challenge. Smith's running back towards the dugout. His head coach, Vava, saying stay at first. Nathan Neuer, the first base umpire, with the call. We need clear and obvious evidence that he was safe to overturn it. Boy, it doesn't look like we're going to get it. In fact, I think we're seeing the opposite here. Prime's tag. Yeah, that's on the hand. That's clear as day. Call is confirmed. Devastating base running blunder from the Party Animals designated runner, as Vince tells the folks here in Glendale.
After review, the ruling on the field, stand.
Just awfully surprising. I know it's early into the career of Mark Smith, but you can't find yourself caught up between second and first base like that. I'm assuming the only thing that could have been going through his mind is he thought that maybe ball 4 had been issued from Krusminski.
That's what I would wager. That was an awful aggressive secondary, and Swan will grab his 4th sprint of the game. He's hauling it. He's thinking about 2 bases and will pump the brakes. Wise move. The Bananas outfielders crashed in on second very efficiently as the Nanners got the ball around all 7 fielders.
Are invoking the
and the
golden
pitcher
batter
in short
rule.
order, and here comes a golden batter.
Sitting in the place of Dustin Baber is their golden batter. Letter X, Jake School!
So for the second straight night, with 2 outs in the 9th inning, Vava turns to his golden batter, and it's Jake Skoll pinch hitting for Dustin Baber. Last night, Skoll started the 3-run rally with a single, but then as the golden batter struck out swinging. Peter just misses. Boy, oh boy. Vincent Chapman said it was low. Pretty good. That one is definitely low. Battle between former minor leaguers, both hailing from Roswell, Georgia. Find themselves in Phoenix with a game on the line as this one is slapped foul. Chance for the fans. They come up empty as we're still waiting for our first foul out to a fan here in Glendale.
Skoll's got 5 hits in this series. Looking for a 6th and possibly a 2nd home run off Austin Krusminski already this season. As it looked like Jason Swan wanted to attempt the steal, second base, and might have tripped himself up, had to hold it first.
That's exactly what happened, Josh. He was revving to go, trying to get into scoring position, pulled a Reese Alexiadis. 2-2 here to Skoll. And now Swan will be off on the pitch. Prime lets Krusminski know that he's not going to hold on Swan. Here's the payoff. Chopped up the middle. Cox attacking, flips to first, just in time. And Krusminski sends us to the bottom of the 9th, still tied at 3.
Possibly a game-saving play from Ryan Cox. Excellent charge, no trick play, but a quick feed, and you see the pump of the chest from Ryan Cox and celebrating with all of his teammates right outside of the dugout.
Yeah, no time for a trick play there. It's the witching hour. This is the time, as Scott Hansen loves to say on Red Zone, where wins turn into losses and losses turn into wins. Time to dig deep and come up clutch. Ryan Rodriguez did that in the bottom of the 8th. He induced a pop out, a fly out, and picked up a strikeout. He's going to have the bottom 3 in the Bananas order here. Kyle Jackson, Reese Alexiadis, and Ryan Cox due to swing it. The Bananas need 1 run to win the game. The Party Animals need a goose egg to send us to showdowns for the 2nd straight night.
Rodriguez just has to make sure the pressure does not get to him. He has the good fortune of facing the bottom of this Bananas lineup. However, I'd imagine that they elect to use their golden batter, likely for Ryan Cox in the 10-hole.
Liner just barely foul. The problem with both of these lineups is you really don't get a break 1 through 10. Kyle Jackson, albeit a young Banana Ball career, has been unbelievable offensively. Another ball stroked foul. Saw the big 12-6 curveball there. There's a cutter and slider in Rodriguez's arsenal as well.
And that slider is his signature out pitch. It's likely what he is trying to go to and does so. And they are looking for the appeal if KJ checked his swing.
Yes.
He did not.
Call made by Steve Castillo down the 3rd baseline. Andy Cosgrove kind of got crossed up. Requested a check from Nathan Neuer down the 1st baseline. He doesn't have the angle. That's a big first out. And lurking in the 9-hole is the 2023 Pioneer League MVP. Fastball looked pretty good. Vincent Chapman is going to say that it missed low. He has been consistent in not calling that a strike tonight. Big looping bender. Fouled off, long run for Swan. He's out of room. The fans do not make the catch. Caught on a bobble, but it's got to be a clean play. Heater! Blows it right by R.A. That is 3 straight strikeouts for Rodriguez.
And it comes with his back completely turned to Reese Alexianis. It's some magic
of Ryan
from the Party
Cox.
Animals right-hander
Is
as
their
well as
golden
got the
batter.
golden batter coming up for
RAC,
the Savannah Bananas.
Robert Anthony Cruz.
What a spot here for RAC. They had the inside the Parker in the 7th inning to tie this game at 3. It was his 2nd home run of the tour. Had a moonshot off Brett Helton in Mesa last weekend.
And early into this 2025 campaign, RAC is 2 for 2 when batting in the 9th inning.
Checks his swing, confirmed by Steve Castillo down the 3rd baseline. Big 12-6 curve swung on and missed. Sexy Mexi 1 strike away from sending us to showdowns. Goes back to the bender. This one is going to be looped into left for a base knock. What an excellent piece of hitting from Robert Anthony Cruz as he turns the Bananas lineup on its head.
And with the top of the order now up for the Bananas, they can insert Malachi Mitchell into the game as the designated runner for Cruz at first.
5th time through the order for the Bananas. Big bender, just misses below the knees. Game-winning run on first. Yard doesn't bite on another curveball. He's ahead 2-0. He walked off the 4th inning with a double and is 2 for 3 on the night. Five for 11 on this young tour. Ahead 3 balls and no strikes.
Malachi Mitchell may need to get aggressive and try and run on this next pitch from Rodriguez, especially if it is ball 4. Flash could have an excellent opportunity at scoring the game-winning point as he takes off. The strike called from Vincent Chapman, and Mitchell still safe at second base. Dustin Baber could not hold on to the banana ball.
Another look. Great one-hop throw from Cosgrove. Late swing from DR just to try and distract him. Now the inning and game-winning run in scoring position. There's ball 4, and the Bananas are going to walk it off. 4-3 winners. DR earns the second and fourth point of the ball game. It's a 4-3 win. Bananas even up the series and the tour.
Golden batter with 2 outs pays off for the Bananas. Robert Anthony Cruz with the dunker into left field, and then choosing to insert Malachi Mitchell to run, swipe second base. An impressive patience from DR Meadows evens up this World Tour. The Bananas now 2-2 in 2025.
And we'll get a rubber game for Glendale tomorrow night.
Glendale, you guys were absolutely amazing tonight. A thrilling come from behind 9th inning victory. Last night went 4 showdowns. Tonight goes into the 9th. These teams are competing. We're going to finish with one big tradition out here. So you guys can stay. We've come together since our One City World Tour in Mobile, Alabama, and we did Stand By Me with all our fans because you guys have stood by us ever since. So we ask that you put your arms around your neighbor. We're going to join in both teams around the mound, and we're going to do a Stand By Me like we have done every single game since we started our 2021 One City World Tour. You guys have been singing, you guys have been dancing, you guys have been amazing since the first pitch. So now, let's hear you sing one more time.
Well, we stand by me here in Camelback Ranch. That was a stunning 4-3 win for the Bananas. They're outscored 18 runs to 11 in the ball game. But this is a game that's all about winning innings. And when you win an inning, you get a point. Banners end up winning 4. The Party Animals win 3.
Last night, we saw the single game points record broken. Tonight broke the single game runs record for the Savannah Bananas. And what was really impressive, despite, what was kind of a sloppy game that I think the players would admit, there were still 26 trick plays in tonight's ball game. But Robert Anthony Cruz was the showman of the night, no doubt, for the Savannah Bananas with what he was able to do. Coming into pitch when the Bananas were down some arms, picking up a strikeout in his pitching debut. He had the attempt at the trick pitch, a backflip pitch on the mound, and then unfazed by the world's fastest inning, he winds up with an inside-the-park home run, his second of this year's World Tour. And the lights, they shone bright on RAC in the 9th inning when he was introduced as the golden batter. Nonetheless, he delivered a bloop hit into left field. He is now 3 for 3 batting in the 9th inning. And that base knock proved to be the deciding point for the Bananas in tonight's ball game.
A scoreless inning on the mound. 2 for 5 on the night. 2 runs scored, 2 driven in, a trick play in left, a backflip catch at that. And we'll have Sam Bauman grabbing Robert Anthony Cruz to talk about his impressive night 2 here in Glendale in just a few moments. We get the fans' first shout out, and Sam will grab the Bananas hero tonight. What an evening to make his banana ball pitching debut. Sam Bauman, you have the floor, my friend.
With time today, RAC. We've been talking about the Wild West of what's been going on for you so far in this trip. Into any kind of
my Fitbit said that my beats per minute on my heart rate, 170, I think at my age. So it was exhausting for me. It was like pure bliss, though. That was so much fun. Bring the box. I got to do that.
Yeah, talk to me. Obviously, we had talked about, hey, maybe you'll get to pitch. But not only is your opportunity to pitch come tonight, but it comes at a moment right after you have just hit an inside-the-park home run. How do you regain composure in a moment like that?
I don't think I ever regained my composure. I ran over there, took my batting gloves off as quick as I could, grabbed my glove, and sprinted out to the mound. It's all a blur, honestly, and I was completely out of breath the whole time. It's a miracle I threw it somewhat close to the plate.
Now, you come in late. You've just fought to tie the game up here, and 2 outs. You come in as a golden batter. What's going through your mind at that moment?
Well, my first thought was, wow, this helmet is really tight. I'm not one to golden batter too often, and I put that helmet on, and I felt like it was squeezing my brain a little bit. So that was the first thing on my mind. Second thing on my mind was like, let's just put a ball in play. I wasn't trying to end it with one swing. Just wanted to get it to the next guy.
RAC finally here. Maybe not the start you guys had hoped to get off to today. What does it say about this team that you got here around you, that you fight back, and you come out with a win here in Glendale tonight?
That's the beauty of banana ball. We were getting absolutely lit up the entire first part of the game, and the Party Animals jumped out to an early lead, put up a bunch of runs, but we just hung in the game, and I think that's something that you'll see a lot from the Bananas last year, and hopefully we'll see a lot this year. When we get behind early, doesn't mean anything. Still stick around because there's plenty of show left.
Robert Anthony Cruz, a very deserving showman of the night. You can finally go catch your breath, RAC.
I'm going to get off my feet. Yes, Sam.
Pico, Josh, thanks, RAC. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, SB. Thank you, RAC, for hanging out and sharing that great insight. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth with Josh Chalevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Big Tiger Friday with us here in virtual Banana Land. Here is a sneak peek at the scorebooks tonight. That is a lot of black ink. Wild one that the Bananas come out on top of.
Yeah, it was awfully surprising. Unfortunately tonight, just a rough night all in all for the pitchers. There were 13 ball force sprints issued in tonight's game between the Bananas and Party Animals. That's obviously a recipe for a lot of offense because so many guys are getting put on base for these two squads. But Robert Anthony Cruz is already, through 4 games, checking off a lot of the things that were on his bucket list this season. He was in Adam Byron's ear about pitching on the mound this season, accomplished that. He was looking to be the outright leader in home runs in 2024 and currently has that as well. And he said the most valuable player award was definitely a sight of his, and he was the MVP on the diamond tonight for the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, no doubt about that. RAC's 2 home runs in 4 games, tied with Tanner Thomas of the Party Animals for the leader in that department, and an all-around unbelievably impressive game. One of the most well-rounded games you'll see from a showman of the night really in Banana Ball. Now, it bears repeating, the Party Animals outscored the Bananas in runs tonight pretty good. This is the downside of being the visiting team in Banana Ball, and what makes next year so extra exciting when we'll have 2 extra teams, the Banana Ball Championship League, and every team will get 30 home games and 30 away games, because it can certainly be disheartening for the away team when you have a ball game like this. And as you can see, we will get the deciding game in this 3-game set tomorrow night with some bonus pregame action. We'll be live at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Coast Time. But yeah, tough one for the visitors. It can be a tough sport to be the visitor.
It is hard to place the blame on the Party Animals offense with the way in which they batted. It really comes down to the pitchers on the Party Animals being able to maintain the holds on the leads that they are given. We saw Peter Holden not able to do so. Dalton Ponce really struggled in that department. And unfortunately for Ryan Rodriguez, just had a little bit of bad luck on his side with a bloop hit into left field, and then Dustin Baber not being able to hold on to that banana ball to gun down Malachi Mitchell at second base.
It's a game of inches, and the tiny mistakes can lose you a ball game, especially when you're in that final inning. Well, we will see who claims Glendale, Arizona, and who will lead this World Tour going into Fort Myers, Florida next week, tomorrow night. Can't wait for it. A big thank you to our executive producer, Yvonne Trezak, our director of this broadcast, Chad Reese, our guys down on the field chopping it up on both sidelines, Drake Toll and Sam Bauman, of course, Mr. Josh Tolevsky on the color coordinating and the statistical savanting. Busy night for a statistical savant in our young sport. I'm Biko Scala for the rest of our unbelievably talented crew. Thank you all so much for spending the night with us. Can't wait to see you on the morrow, and of course we will. See you later!
Let's go, Drake.